We're going to learn how to knit a rib pattern, and usually use ribs to create the lower edges of sweaters. Like in this one, for example, I have a 2x2 rib, which is 2 knit, 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 purl stitches, same as on the sleeve. And yes, I will be posting this pattern for this project, for the sweater, very soon on my blog. But let's concentrate on the rib pattern for now. So to do it, we're going to do 2 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches. I'm going to just pick up the first one, and the first stitch is going to be, I'm going to do the knit stitch. So just have my yarn in the back, insert it through this loop, bring my yarn, that's the knit stitch. Then I'm going to move on and do a purl stitch. So I'm going to move the yarn to the front, insert it through this loop here, and I'm going to do 2 purl stitches like this. Then I'm going to bring the yarn back to the back, insert it through the back loop, and I'm going to do 2 knit stitches. I'm going to bring it back to the front, insert it to the front loop right here, and do 2 purl stitches. I'm going to do knit stitches too. Then I'm going to do 2 more purl stitches. And I'm going to continue in this fashion, doing 2 knit and 2 purl. Until the end of the row. And then on the next row, I'm going to do them backwards. So if it was a knit stitch on this side, it's going to be a purl on this side and the other way around. So if you remember, the first 2 stitches were knit, therefore they're purl now. So this one's going to be a purl stitch, and then I'm going to have the 2 knit stitches. They were purl on the other side. Now these ones were 2 knit stitches on that side, on this side they become purl stitches. So you keep alternating 2 knit and 2 purl every row, just depending on what it requires. If you see that it was a knit stitch, then you continue doing it a knit stitch. Of course it was purl on the other side, but on this side it becomes a knit. And the same way around, if it was a knit here, it becomes a purl, and you kind of see it requires a purl stitch, and you do purl stitches. And you just keep doing like this. I'm gonna just start the 3rd row, and that'll be it for that video. And you're gonna kind of see that it creates that little rib. So if it requires a knit, I'm doing knit. If it requires purl, I'm doing purl. 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 purl, 2 knit, and so on and so on. And you can see that it makes purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, which is kind of like a rib. So in the end it will look just like this rib right here. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.